So, on with this blog. What's it all about? Coach Trip. Yes, I may have talked about this in the past, but Coach Trip is a TV program that I watch. Now, I do want to say though, when I talk about this program, that I do wish they would go back to the original idea of what Coach Trip was all about, because I know they want to aim their show now at a younger viewer audience. That's why it's been moved from Channel 4 to E4, which is no, because it was something like a few series ago. Must have been about 3, 4 series ago. They decided we no longer want it on Channel 4. We're going to move it to E4, and the idea was that we're going to get a younger audience, and they changed it slightly a little bit. The format is still pretty much the same. Couples or two friends or couples or whatever go onto the basically a trip around Europe with Brendan, the tour guide, and they do different activities, and people get voted off. And after about 30 days, you have one last day, and whoever's remained in them couples, where you've probably got like 6 couples left, we all vote on who should be crowned the champions, and they all get to win a prize. Usually, it's a trip to somewhere in Europe, like to Magaluf or wherever it might well be. But the changes have happened over the years. Now, for anybody who don't know, the original series, when it first started, right through to many, many years that it was run, was about all ages. Not kids though. This doesn't involve kids. What it involves basically couples originally, where they all went, as I just said, on a trip around Europe with Brendan the tour guide. But they were all different ages. So you could have, say, a couple that might be 19 and 20. You could have couples that are 35 and 36. You could have a couple that was 50 and 51. You could have a couple that were both 65. You could have a couple that might be 47 and 54. Or it might be somebody's 22 and the other person's 26. The wide array of age group and couples then was great. And I thought that's the way you do it. And it was usually you had friends, or it could be two sisters, it could be a mother and daughter, it could be a father and son, or literally a girlfriend and a boyfriend, or a husband and wife, or whatever. You had that basically. But now what they've done, and I'm sure a lot of people would know this, basically that what's happened is because it's moved 3-4 and the format's still there, they've sort of changed it slightly by allowing only mostly younger couples now. So usually the couples that go on there are under, say, 35. There's not a lot of the oldies. They've sort of been voted off, as in we don't want these anymore. We want to have a lot of people that are definitely in their 20s and early 30s. You probably get you might get somebody who's 18 and somebody who's 19 who goes on there, and again, that's what they're looking for. And I think that can ruin the show a little bit. I would like to see a little bit more of the older people coming back onto that show. But I still watch it though because I think it's a fantastic show. And I do love it. And I love the fact that they do all different kinds of activities. That's what Brendan does. It's great that they go around Europe to the various places, whether it's Spain or Italy or France or wherever. And they do, and Germany and other places, and they do so many good activities. I'm not saying that all activities are going to be likable to everybody that comes on there. Some people might not be able to do the activities because they might have a certain health condition that enables them not to be able to do it. We can get that, but most of the time they will do it, and they range from the extreme to just simply some out of the simply norm. I mean, for people who don't know, the different activities they can range. So basically, it could be something like that. They have to make some like pottery. It could be a pottery class, so they have to do something like that. Or it could be something like making pizza. If they're in Italy, they might say the art of making pizza. It could be doing a bungee jump. It could be playing, say, a certain sport. A sport that you might not know very much about. like handball or something like that. It might be that they're visiting a museum, or they're learning to speak a certain language. It might be that they have to go water rafting. Whatever it might well be, there's all different kinds of activities that they would do, which is great. Some people don't always take part in some of them because they don't want to, but most of the time, 99% of the time, they all take part in these activities that they do. But it's a great show, and the format is pretty much the same. They haven't really changed the format too much about what it is. Brendan always comes up with these little twists that happen for the voting. Always comes up with some twist in the voting. Like, for instance, a twist might be the couple who receives a yellow card today will be able to nominate somebody else for a yellow card. Just as a twist. It is a wonderful show. I think it's brilliant. And he goes around Europe. I think it would be nice though if they did it where they did like say a coach trip of say America and Brendan took all the tourists around parts of America. That would be great. But it's not too bad where they go around Europe and that. So yeah, just sort of share my view that I do like Coach Trip, but then I have the view of what I don't like about it now by not allowing basically older couples. But I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles. I'm going to leave it there because I've got other blogs to do. So until then, bye for now.